Now, what if I told you the Stars outshot the Rangers 45-25? I mean, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. Now, what if I told you that the Stars were outshooting the Rangers 25-8 going into OT? Well, that's pretty good also. Now, what if I told you that the Stars almost lost this game? Ooh, that's not so good. What if I told you the Stars still won this game? Music to my ears. Hello guys, welcome back to DSFR. Today, we're going to talk about Game 30. Stars versus Rangers. The Rangers and the Stars battled it out in a duel that was way too close than it needed to be. Stars win 2-1 in the shootout, and honestly, I really can't complain. Not only was the defense fantastic, yeah, the defense was fantastic. The offense was great, and the goaltending, gotta give a round of applause for Carlin, and he was fantastic. Every facet of the game I thought was solid, and we just barely squeaked out a win. Should have won like 6-0, maybe like 5-1. Maybe that Rangers goal would have been happen again. Maybe that would have happened, but it ended up 2-1, and here's why. One reason, only one reason. Yeah, one reason. Yeah. A guy called Ondrej Pavelec. Ondrej Pavelec, the New York Rangers goalie, the backup. Strictly a backup, is probably one of the most inconsistent goaltenders in the league. Either plays fantastic or plays terrible. Guess what you got tonight? He was fantastic tonight. I think he made like 44 saves on 45 shots, something like that for the Rangers. Just ridiculous performance for the Rangers. Absolutely standing on his head. The only reason the Rangers even came close to getting this win was because of him, and just what a performance by him. If not Pavelec, and if like any other goaltender, to be honest, at that point, I don't think the Stars would have been so close to the Rangers in that game. I felt like it was just some unbelievable saves made by Pavelec. He was just, the word I can describe him was just stellar. He was fantastic. He was stellar. He was just as solid as you can be. All you could ask for, he went and did. The only shot that he allowed was a perfect snipe by Honka, which we'll get into. But the Stars improved to 17-13-1, while the Rangers fall back to 16-11-3. Both teams looking solid, looking decent. In that kind of middle of the pack, the Rangers get a point, which is definitely success for them, especially by their performance offensively and defensively. I'd say that that's a huge success for them, while the Stars get 2 points, which is huge, which is definitely a huge thing for the Stars. Rangers on a 2-on-1 on just a penalty kill. On the penalty kill. Rangers go on a 2-on-1, and then Radulov is the only defender back there, or the only person back there defending the rush. He gets a stick on it and blows that play away. There was lots of good sticks in this game. Lots of breakaways that could have happened, but good defense on both sides. A couple of chances, but the Stars were fantastic in this facet. Here comes the rant about the defense. I wouldn't say rant, but it's a discussion. I was just a bit impressed by the defense, just a bit, sarcastically. I was fantastically blown away by the defense. What a performance by them. Only that one goal, which is kind of a weak goal, that I kind of irked my head a little bit. But every other minute, every other second of this game, felt like they were fantastic. The Rangers, of course, every game, your opponent will get chances, but they didn't get a lot. They certainly didn't capitalize on the chances they got, except for the one, of course, but the defense was fantastic this game, and I felt like they were probably the Stars' best, best overall play tonight was the defense. And they were fantastic. All the forwards were doing their job, and the defense was fantastic. I felt like they definitely did their job, really slowing the game down and making the right passes when they needed to. I felt like when they would collapse or when a defender would fall down, they would make just the perfect pass to recover, and they would get out of situations where they would be stuck, and they would make just great passes, and their IQ was really fantastic tonight, and they were really making the right decisions on every single period and almost every single second of the game. Now Lindell gets a pass from the point. He doesn't slap it. He passes it right to Honka, who goes on his forehand and then cranks it and then slaps it. and then it goes ping off the, not off the crossbar, but into the net, just off, squeaking the crossbar, and it's just a beautiful shot by him, just a blast by Honka, and he's finally showing his offensive prowess. That's looking great. Hitchcock said that he will play the next game for the Stars. I think that's against the Islanders, which should be a good matchup there. I'm hoping that he continues his play, because he was really good tonight. Oh yeah, and apparently in the second period, or the third period, something like that, the Rangers are getting outshot 33-10. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what does. It tells you that the Stars dominated a little bit. Just a bit. Now Sean Kirk comes from the slot, he's cranking, and then his stick just flies off into the ground. Now, Seguin had 7 shots, and he was all over the place, not in a bad way. In this game, he really made his presence strong, but Pavlik decided to be fantastic against him, just making some beautiful stops. Some great upstairs shots were stoned by Pavlik, and he was really fantastic, especially against Seguin. He really shut him down. Elliot breakaway kind of dangles back and goes on his backhand, and then tries to roof it, but he can't do so, and Pavlik is right there with the pads. Just a fantastic save by Pavlik. He was ready, and Elliot just couldn't elevate it just a bit further, but it was close. But Elliot has a beautiful opportunity, but he just can't convert. Now Lennon goes to pass the puck in the middle of the Stars zone, and then it gets hit by, I think it was Rick Nash, and then he passed it to, I think it was Zuccarello, who comes in, and then Lennon makes a save on him. Just too close, way too close, Lennon. That might have been the only bad play I think I've seen him make in this game. Oh, and the goal. Now Rick Nash coming out of the zone. He comes in for the blue line. I think it was Shea who shoots it from the point. It goes, and while Rick Nash is coming in and speeding into the Stars zone, he kind of screens Kari Lennon, and then he tries to put his glove outward, and it doesn't really work for him. And then it just squeaks through there somehow. I don't know how it does it. It was reviewed for goaltender interference. Honestly, I saw a bit of contact with the glove, but I don't know if that would have changed anything. My sense was I think it was going to be a good goal, and it ended up standing. The game is tied 1-1, and honestly, I started to worry quite a bit at this point. A very, very chaotic OT, but nothing happens in it, and then we go in the shootout, and then the Stars, I think it was Zuccarello gets the good shot, and he scores on the first shot, and then the first, I don't know who went for the Stars, but the first person who went up missed, and then the second guy went up, which was Radulov, and then he scores, and then it was Spezza who scores on the third attempt, while the Rangers couldn't do anything other than that. So that's definitely a clutch performance by them, and they are getting the win in the shootout. Now, if I'm Ken Hitchcock, I don't make any changes. Maybe the goaltender change, maybe you want Bishop to play next time. But I don't make any changes on the forward group or the defensive group. I don't make any changes. It was fantastic tonight all around. Just a fantastic performance. Honka was confirmed to play in the next game, which is just beautiful. He played fantastic. And if I'm Ken Hitchcock, I don't change a thing. In the midst of this Eastern Conference road trip, this Metropolitan road trip, there's a bit of a bright side, and there's a bit of gleaming hope for the Stars, and they're reaching that point. But Lennon, I haven't talked enough about you. Fantastic performance by him. He really came up strong, even though I'm gushing over Pavlik. He was fantastic, but Lennon was fantastic as well. He really did shut down any attempt that the Rangers had in the third period when they were coming back a lot more. He didn't have to face too much rubber, but he was solid. He was just very much solid, and he was great, along with Pavlik, who was even much better, but Lennon was still a steady guy behind the net. And honestly, this is as much as I can ask from a backup goaltender. And I can't really fault Lennon for anything that's really happened this season so far. He's been a fantastic goaltender, backup especially. He's done all that the Stars have really needed him to do. He's been solid. He's just played decently, and that's all you can really ask for a backup goaltender. Even though he's making as much money as he is, I still don't think that I still think that he's played well as backup, and I think he deserves to be praised for that. And the offense, you played well. You missed a couple of chances. You couldn't convert on a couple of primed opportunities, but you gotta realize that a guy behind the net for the Rangers was literally stealing the game for them, and you should feel as good as ever for the offensive output that you guys did today and for this game. You guys really deserve a commemoration for the performance and for the effort, but you couldn't get a lot of goals in the nets because of a goaltender who was fantastic. But you go into the Islanders, who are a good team and have played good recently. They've pretty much blown a lot of people's expectations out of the water. People thought there would be a middling in the pack team, maybe a fringe playoff team, but they're playing well this season, and I'm hoping that we can get the win. But they're a good team, and honestly, I'll honestly take a point, but I could definitely see us losing it. But that's going on today, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to like, guys really enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.